You've done it all. You followed every doctor's recommendation, you filled prescriptions, and you sat through appointment after appointment. And when the medical world ran out of answers, you didn't stop. You turned to natural and holistic care. You tried diet changes, supplements, therapies, and even the latest trends that promise breakthrough results. Yet here you are, still watching your child struggle, still wondering why nothing seems to stick. That frustration, that helpless feeling, it's enough to break any parent's heart. But what if the issue isn't that you're doing the wrong things, but they're happening in the wrong order? What if true healing comes from putting those steps into the right sequence? One that follows the actual pathway of stress and dysfunction that caused your child's struggles in the first place. This is for the parents who feel like they have tried everything and are still searching. Because lasting healing doesn't come from piling on more therapies or more labels. It begins with addressing the nervous system first. And once you do, everything you've been working so hard on can finally make the impact you've been hoping for. So over the last 10 years, we have noticed a fascinating shift. In the early days of practice, nearly 80% of the families we met were already on medications, while only 20% had tried natural approaches like going gluten-free or using supplements or exploring holistic therapies. Today, that number has flipped. Just 20% are on medications, while 80% have already gone deep into natural health. But here's the hard truth. Despite this shift, chronic illness has only increased. Nearly 1 in 3 kids and families are now dealing with ongoing health struggles. And the average new patient we meet today isn't healthier. They're often carrying more diagnoses, more symptoms, and more struggles than ever before. That reveals a critical gap that most parents and even many healthcare providers are missing. It's not about how many things you try or how natural they are. It's about finding and addressing the missing piece that makes everything else finally work. At the heart of your child's health is something called the neurological hierarchy of development. From the very beginning, even in the womb, the nervous system is the first to develop. It acts like an air traffic controller, coordinating everything else: gut health, immune function, motor skills, and brain development. Dr. Bruce Lipton, he's a well-known cellular biologist, explains it perfectly. The function of the nervous system is to perceive the environment and then coordinate the behavior of all the other cells. That's why the neural tube forms so early in pregnancy. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. When that system gets thrown off course, whether from stress during pregnancy, birth interventions, or other early life challenges, everything downstream gets disrupted. Think of it like a car with the gas and the brake pedals out of balance. If one is pressed too hard and the other isn't working properly, the whole ride is bumpy and unpredictable. That's what happens when the nervous system is dysregulated. And this is why so many children who struggle with neurodevelopmental conditions also face digestive issues, immune challenges, motor delays, and sensory processing difficulties. When it comes to restoring development, there is a sequence that has to be followed. So step 1 is always the nervous system. If that foundation isn't functioning properly, nothing else can truly thrive. And then step 2 is motor development. Movement is life, and every childhood development expert will tell you motor milestones are the key to building the brain. But muscles don't move themselves. Motor coordination only develops when the nervous system is directing things the right way. Step 3 is gut and immune health. These systems are vital, but they don't run on their own. They're also governed by the nervous system through the vagus nerve and the brain-gut connection. So in other words, the brain leads the gut, not the other way around. This is why the sequence of healing matters so much. Nutrition, supplements, PT, OT, speech therapy, all of these are awesome and powerful tools. But when we address the nervous system first, we unlock the potential for everything else to finally work the way it was intended. This is why so many parents tell us their child makes major breakthroughs in therapy after beginning chiropractic care. It's not that the other therapies suddenly change. It's that the roadblock in the nervous system has been cleared and real progress can finally happen. Think of it like trying to rebuild a home on a cracked foundation. Not a single contractor would spend months and thousands of dollars renovating without first repairing the base. Once the foundation is strong, every other improvement holds steady, and the house can finally become everything it was meant to be. That's exactly what happens when we restore the nervous system. It lays the groundwork for lasting healing and development. If you've reached the point where it feels like nothing is working, where every option has been tried and every therapy has been plateaued, it may not be that your child can't heal. It may simply be that the foundation hasn't been addressed yet. The nervous system is where healing begins, and without it, everything else is limited. That's why we invite you to take the next step and learn more about the role that the nervous system plays in your child's health and in their development, and how neurologically focused chiropractic care can finally unlock the progress you have been searching for. Click the link in our bio to discover how to get started.